Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to explore the science behind how we went from having no wireless technology to being able to connect to the internet from almost anywhere in the world. Before the development of these technologies, people relied on a variety of other methods to communicate over long distances. One of the primary methods of communication was through the use of messengers who would physically carry messages from one person to another. This could be done on foot, by horse, or by boat, depending on the distance that needed to be traveled. Another method of communication was through the use of smoke signals or other visual signals. These signals could be used to transmit simple messages over short distances, and they were often used by military units or other groups to communicate with each other. The use of flags or other objects to convey messages was also common in some cultures.
For example, the ancient Greeks used a system of torches to transmit messages, and the Native American Plains tribes used a system of hand gestures to communicate over long distances. Before the development
of written language, people also relied on oral storytelling and song as a way to transmit information and cultural traditions from one generation to the next. These methods of communication were certainly effective in their time, but they were limited by the distance that could be traveled and the complexity of the messages that could be transmitted. The development of wired connections and later wireless technology revolutionized the way we communicate and greatly expanded our ability to transmit and receive information. The key to understanding how we developed wireless technology is to first understand how information is transmitted. In the early days of communication, information was transmitted through wired connections like telegraphs and telephone lines. But as technology advanced, we started to develop ways to transmit information wirelessly. One of the earliest examples of wireless communication was the telegraph. The telegraph used an electrical current to transmit messages through wires, and it was a major step forward in terms of communication. However, it was still limited by the fact that it required a physical connection between the sender and the receiver. The next major breakthrough in wireless communication came with the invention of the radio. Radio allowed us to transmit information through the air using electromagnetic waves. This was a major step forward, as it allowed us to transmit information wirelessly over long distances. However, radio technology was still limited in terms of the amount of information that could be transmitted, and it required large, expensive equipment. As the 20th century progressed, we continued to make advancements in wireless technology. One of the most significant was the development of cellular networks, which allowed us to transmit information wirelessly over longer distances. This technology made it possible for us to have mobile phones, which revolutionized the way we communicate. But it wasn't until the development of the internet that we were truly able to harness the power of wireless technology. The internet allowed us to transmit vast amounts of data wirelessly, and the development of Wi-Fi technology in the late 1990s made it possible for us to connect to the internet from almost anywhere. So that's the science behind how we went from having no wireless technology to being able to connect to the internet from almost anywhere in the world. It's been a long journey, and it's the result of many different technological advancements and innovations. But the story doesn't end there. Researchers and engineers are constantly working on new ways to improve wireless technology, and it's likely that we will see even more advancements in the future. Who knows what the next big thing in wireless technology will be? So that's the science behind wireless technology. I hope you found it interesting and learned something new. Thanks for watching.